Hi, my name is Curt Columbus. I'm the artistic director of the Trinity Repertory Company in Providence, Rhode Island. And I've come to Moscow, well, actually this time, I've come to Moscow many times. This is my 9th trip to Russia in about 25 years. I've come this time with my friend Terry Nolen, who is the artistic director of the Arden Theatre in Philadelphia. We're about to embark on a project, a Three Sisters project. I have worked as a translator now for a number of years and have translated all 4 of Chekhov's major plays. Terry has become interested in doing a new production of Three Sisters. And one of the first things that I said to him was, I'd like to see if we can escape the way that Chekhov has been presented in America for a number of years. I felt for a long time that Chekhov is presented in America through the lens of the English theater. We get Chekhov via Stanislavski, and it comes down to us through the English theater, which is a very narrow bandwidth, and that through that very narrow bandwidth, we produce American Chekhov, which to me feels detached from the original work of Anton Pavlich. So part of what we came here to do is to reconnect with him historically. We've met with a number of incredible scholars, Tatiana Konstantinovna Shakazizova being one of them, and then today we met with another scholar. We've had these amazing conversations about Chekhov, both in performance and biographical information. And it's going to help inform not a historical production of Chekhov, but a foundation to discuss how we find a contemporary American Chekhov that explodes the way that American audiences have thought about him as a playwright. So that's our work here. That's a big part of what we've been doing. We've also seen some great work here. We just watched the Medea piece that Oksana Mysina did. Extraordinary. We saw Kamaginkis's Rothschild's Fiddle last night at the Tews. And then 2 nights ago we went to see a performance with the Liquid Theatre, which I would highly recommend to anyone who loves great theater. It was called Until You Are Here, and it was this remarkable, remarkable piece. So we've seen some great theater. We've learned a little bit more about Chekhov. We've met Chekhov again and again here in Moscow, and it's been quite a treat.
Curt, I don't think I've ever asked you this question. What brought you to Russian? Why did you learn Russian? How did your interest arise?
John, it's a terrible answer, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. I grew up in America in a very small town, and when I went away to college, it was during the Reagan era, and my father had voted for Reagan. When I went to college, I had been studying French, but I found French really boring. And so I wanted to piss off my father, who had voted for Reagan, by taking a commie language. And so I took Russian. It's the stupidest reason in the world. So at college, I fell in love with Russian language and culture and came here in 1985 to study at Leningrad State University, good old LSU, and on the Philologicheский fakultet, Русский язык для иностранных. And I stayed here for almost a year and then continued to come back in the late 80s and early 90s when you and I met, and just never lost my love of Russian.